Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Let me tell you something. Episode 175. I will tell you, I've been saying the intro with my eyes closed for about 174 weeks. And tonight I said it with my eyes open, and it felt invigorating.
How dry did your eyes feel, though?
Right now, they're pretty dry.
Yeah.
Why is it creepy, Josh?
I think I didn't know I was finding peace in having your eyes closed.
Huh.
It's like a calming moment right before the storm.
Is it because how I was looking at you?
Yeah, well, all the time, but yeah, especially this time.
Let me ask you something. If I told you that the eggs, the boiled eggs at the Love's gas stations were farm to table, would you believe me?
Yeah, I'd say Love's is pretty in touch with the community.
I think so, too. And also, I'm not sure what else would be in the middle between an egg and a table.
I mean, a factory, a
hand,
laboratory.
Okay, so
a semi truck.
What state are the eggs in?
Florida.
No.
Yeah, boiled. I think he was looking for there.
Cooking.
Yeah, gas, liquid,
Scrambled.
Solid.
Yeah.
Boiled eggs. I like to get a cup of eggs, a cup of boiled eggs. Calm down. From Love's gas station. That's good. They're healthy. They're good for you.
Do they provide salt and pepper? Because that's the only way.
And there's a little
I'm
pack.
not just taking them dry.
Let me tell you something. This episode 175 sponsored by Love's gas station.
Farm to table. They're
Farm to table fruit and eggs. The
now
freshest
fruit
protein.
Also.
Oh, dude. Okay. Honestly, they have some of the best beef jerky.
Dude, it's farm to table too.
It is farm to table. Yeah, I mean, it just dries itself on the way.
You're telling me the lady behind the counter that gives you a receipt for your gas can't also hydrate some meat?
Well, she does more than that, but she dehydrates.
Yeah,
she could probably rehydrate it as well.
You're thinking a stew. You're thinking Love's beef stew, which is good.
Well, wow. I've seen a guy take beef jerky, rehydrate it, and make it into a stew.
Why do you watch things like
There's
this?
a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Do you think our sponsors are happy with that endorsement or no?
Which one? The stew one or Love's?
Farm to table, baby.
Farm to table.
Cheers.
Okay, headlines. All right, we have a Florida man.
Okay.
All right, who he's in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
All right, and he is attempting to burglarize a vehicle in Jacksonville.
So right now he's just on the outside.
He's just on the outside of the vehicle.
Cool.
Correct. Inside of Jacksonville, outside of the car.
Okay.
Nice. He just had a little issue because while he was trying to get into this vehicle, he had a gun as well.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, it was fine until he shot himself in the groin while trying to break into this veukle.
Why do you think he did that?
Okay.
Some kind of sadomasochist.
I think it's probably
behavior.
like the back of the gun has a lock-picking set on it. And logistically he turned it around to try to jimmy it.
So
right into the.
You're thinking he used the gun was another. It was being used as a different
multi-tool,
a multi-tool gun.
Multi-tool.
Right.
Bro, honestly, if they don't have that, I don't know what they're doing. If you don't have a multi-tool gun
that can skin an egg,
skin an egg,
pick a lock,
and
shoot yourself in the crotch.
Here's my thing, though, man. I feel like is it one of those situations where he would have gotten away with it had he not shot himself in the area?
Good question.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, how long can you get away with
What's the proficiency
a car burglary?
Of his skill?
I've never stolen a car, but I would assume for a couple of days at least.
A couple of days, yeah. I don't know. Cars are like easy to track, I feel like now. I mean, at least new ones. But
Big Brother.
Anyways, the issue also was that 2 weeks before this, he actually stole that gun from a different guy. And so when cops found him lying in the ditch by himself, bleeding from the groin, they realized he had 2 active warrants for robbery. And this stolen weapon. So he was arrested and charged with breaching probation, carrying a concealed weapon, and armed robbery. So he is not eligible for bail.
Oh, it's armed robbery.
It is armed robbery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, he didn't get a charge for shooting himself.
No.
Well, no, here's the thing.
I mean, maybe
though.
if he presses
Self-harm?
charges.
Can he press charges against himself?
I don't know.
Attempted murder.
I think it's one of those things where when you accidentally shoot yourself there, it's just nothing. I mean, I don't know.
It's not a good look.
You just give up on everything. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't.
Well, he
I
laid
wouldn't-
in the ditch. Did he call the cops?
that's what I'm saying. That's like give
Or was
up
he like,
behavior.
I'm
I don't
done?
know.
Yeah, you just lay in the
Would
ditch
No
you call
willy,
the,
and
would
I'm
you call
done.
the cops if you shot yourself in the groin?
instantly.
If I was breaking a
Instantly.
law,
If you were breaking the law.
would I call the cops? No.
He had
I'd
2 warrants.
self-heal, like at a spa or
Oh,
something.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the best way to do. One of those salt rooms. I think. Have you ever
Yes.
been in one of those?
those aren't real.
They are real. I don't
Well,
know
they
what they
exist, but they don't work.
do. Okay, jeez. All right. Our next headline: we have a Florida woman
Yeah.
who has filed a lawsuit against Russian President Vladimir Putin
Come on.
and wants him ousted over fears of nuclear war.
Come on. Shame on him, dude,
What's
for his
the-
behavior lately.
So here's what's going on. This lady, she's 69 years old. Okay, and she has feared nuclear war since she was 8 years old.
My stepdad.
Wow.
Now, I don't think she's alone in this. Like, I
Hey,
don't
me
think,
too, mama.
yeah, I mean, I think
I
we
don't want
all-
nuclear war.
No,
Yeah.
nobody wants that.
We only want peace.
And so when she was recently reading a news article and said that Russia had a cause for fear, like a fear to spike, she had a nuclear fear spike within her.
Okay.
And so
Wait,
I don't know. I started that sentence off wrong.
No, I
said
love
some-
that.
It said something way different than I thought it was.
She
gonna
had
say.
a nuclear fear spike within her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so, anyways, she decided to go to the Hillsborough court and file a lawsuit that basically said Putin needs to be ousted as president.
I love
and
that,
She
dude.
said,
I love it.
she said if the Hillsborough County Court doesn't do anything about it and take actions,
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't take actions against the Russian president, she's going to go and file a lawsuit in every Florida county until
come
somebody
on.
does. Now,
I tell you what, though, man.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
What's the complaint though? Like,
What do you mean?
A nuclear fear inside of her body.
yeah. Do you have to reference like a
Awoke.
statute or something and be like, that's the one?
Well, I think there's tons of stuff that he could be like caught on and
Yeah.
ousted as. I don't think that's the
You know, it
issue.
takes him down. A woman from Hillsborough
Is afraid.
the courthouse.
Bro,
You know,
I hope so.
I love that though, because you know good and well, Mr. Putin, and he's sitting back at his table in his kitchen, and he's looking at the sanctions that our European brothers and sisters have placed on him.
Preach
and
it.
Mr.
Preach
Biden's
it.
Not
placed on
scared of
him.
those.
He doesn't care about those.
No.
He hears about what's her name?
69-year-old woman,
69-year-old woman
hates- yeah.
with a nuclear fear inside of her body.
man.
Brenda. Yeah.
Filing lawsuit. He is shivering in his fur-covered boots, man. I guarantee you.
I mean, honestly, like, it'd be interesting if a county court in Florida actually did. I don't know what they would do.
It'd be the American thing
How
to do.
does that
They gotta
work?
serve him?
I don't know.
Someone has to serve him.
I
this
don't,
Yeah.
I don't understand how it
assassinated.
works. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That is
I
true.
really don't understand, but I just thought it was interesting. So, I mean, she's doing her part.
Is she?
I
She's
think.
doing her part.
To clog the system.
So, what
Come
are you
on.
doing? That's the question.
I'm not
we
clogging
we
the court
prayed
system.
for the war last week on the air.
Oh, no, I printed out something that said, no war, please.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's really doing it. Why don't you go and join Brenda in the
Well,
court?
it was purple and orange. I didn't have the color right. I guess it's blue
Next
and yellow.
headline, we have
Activist.
a Florida man and a Florida woman
yeah.
went to Dollar General, got some nice stuff, I think.
Okay,
Not really
decorations.
sure what they got. It doesn't say. However, they did pay with counterfeit bills,
Can't do that.
Cool.
You can't
which,
do that.
the register, the person working the register at Dollar General noticed very quickly. I don't know how bad they were.
Oh, really?
But it was very quick. Like, this is fake. And she called the cops. They came
Yeah.
to the Dollar General, checked security and all that kind of stuff.
I think once you feel it, though. I
Yeah,
mean, you're
it is a
handling
feeling.
it. You're handing it to someone who handles money all
right.
day.
Right.
That's true.
Finger feel
You can
I
feel
mean-
a fake dollar.
Yeah.
all day.
If you
Yeah.
can't feel it, you got to taste it.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
If you can taste it,
Then you have to hear it.
Then
as
you
it
can
crumbles,
believe it.
right?
I have a friend called Cinnamon Legs, and she says you can feel when the money's fake, and they hand it to you. You can tell it's a fake one.
Oh, isn't it her birthday? Didn't you want to say, hey,
Happy birthday, Cinnamon Legs. Bless you.
So, anyways, this Dollar General worker called the cops, and they came, checked
How
security.
does he play it cool?
I don't know.
Was he like, hold on, let me?
Oh,
I have to make a personal call, which wouldn't be
that-
unusual. At
Can you
Dollar
guys stay
General.
right here? I got to call my mom.
I don't know. That's actually interesting because, like, do you just take the money and let them go? Because what else do you do? But anyways, so they did track it down. Oh, I know what he did. Okay, so that person basically said, "Oh yeah, it looks kind of weird, right? I got it from a motel and named a motel, Roadway Inn." And so basically,
they're doing their best.
They let him go. Roadway Inn is really doing their best,
Trying their hardest, man.
and so they let the suspect go. And the deputy actually followed up, went to Roadway Inn. They're like, I doubt you're making money, but we need to check into
You're
this.
not in a good location. I doubt you're making any money.
Somebody said that you guys were making fake money, and they're like, well, the person that they showed a picture, they're here. They're staying here right now.
Okay.
And so they ended up finding this guy and getting him for a traffic stop.
Yeah.
Pulled him over for running a stop sign, found a printer in his truck.
Wow.
And then went back to his hotel room and found all this this
so he was
fake
telling
money.
the truth.
Yeah.
The money came from Roadway Inn.
That was my whole point, is like
very
he
clever.
literally gave himself away by saying, oh yeah, somebody from Roadway Inn gave it to, as in they gave him cash back.
That they printed.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they tracked him down so
Bro,
fast.
What a rat, man.
I mean, you could have just said Walmart or
This
something.
guy's got an infinite money source.
Oh, he's gonna get it in prison if you don't.
Yeah, he is, dude. This guy's got a printer
He's a
that prints
rat.
out money.
He's a rat too.
Yeah, some guy at Dollar General rats him out. He's a goner.
Jeez. You guys are
Shame
our next
corner.
shame corner. I would definitely agree with. Our next headline: we have a Florida man, who's having some issues getting some toll tickets. Some tickets for the system is saying he's running tolls.
I just checked mine. If I'm honest,
I don't want to hear it. It's bad.
It's bad.
Oh,
What,
no.
you've been doing the toll road without a pass?
Yeah, you could say that.
All right, so this guy, all right, he is getting some tickets for tolls that he ran, but from states that he's never been to. So,
oh really?
It's
Nice.
coming from states he's never been to, and the weird thing is he's only getting them because of his vanity plate. So his Florida vanity plate says retired.
Oh, okay.
And it took him. He says that it took him forever to get that plate because it was taken, and basically the DMV is like, well, it's available now. Somebody must have died who had it.
Oh no, bad news. Good news, bad news here.
Exactly. So he has it now.
Yep.
But I would assume that there's other. I don't know if it's other vanity plates from other states or if people just have tags that say retired.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
wow.
he is getting tickets from all over the country from states he's never been to because he has a plate that says retired as a vanity plate.
That's inconvenient.
It is super
because that's supposed
convenient.
to be the best time of your life, and now you're getting
exactly.
tickets?
That's what he's saying. That's why he did it. And honestly, I don't know why you would want a vanity plate like that. Don't people get weird about other people knowing their license plate number?
Right. Yeah. So
but if it's a vanity one and they're like, oh yeah, his is retired.
This guy cut me off. He said,
but if I said, oh, yours is JK7032.
Oh wow.
You'd be like, this guy's a stalker.
I see what you're saying.
He knows like,
my
what
plate.
is he gonna do?
That's because mine has the state of Florida logo on it and it says Hotbot 68.
Yeah.
It's too bitty letters.
That's right. But people all the time, they can quote that on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, there's Hotbot.
Right. There's old Hotbot over there.
Driving
Hotbot 68.
Driving through the toll plaza.
Driving through the toll plaza, owing money.
Oh, geez. So anyways, our next headline, we have
I like that. That was the best one you could come up with. Hotbot 68.
That's what I was standing in line at the DMV.
Yeah.
And they were like rushing me.
Okay. And you're like,
they're like, do you have any nicknames from high school? And I'm like, Hotbot 68.
Perfect.
Because my AOL Instant Messenger
still the
name.
best one he can come up with.
Yeah.
So anyways, we have a kind of something similar where there's a new scam out right now.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So this is more of a PSA
called taxes
in Florida that basically people are getting a letter in the mail. Okay. And it says final notice on it, but it's basically a red light camera ticket for $178. I mean, it could vary, but this one specifically was $178. And she started looking into it. And at first it was like, okay, I must have done this because it has a picture of her car with her plates on the letter. Okay. But she noticed that the date of she was probably just, when did I get this? Like, trying to track it.
Right.
She noticed that the date of the picture taken, and when she ran the red light was February 30th.
That's not a real day.
That's not a real date,
right?
And so
good call.
She started looking into it, and the address that the cross section that said that she ran this red light was in Lauderhill, but all of the logos were Fort Lauderdale. So the cities actually didn't line up, and so she started calling police and kind of everybody in the city that could have any answers for this, and realized, okay, this is a scam. So this is something that's coming out where they think that people are coming to houses and taking a picture of the back of people's car.
Cool.
With their license plate in it, or sometime they're taking pictures of their car.
Well, they're putting so much effort on one side, but
they
not
almost
on the other.
And so basically they have the picture. It looks legit. I don't know how they messed the date up that bad.
Well, it's the Ethiopian calendar.
City.
Well, that's
13 months.
Yeah, it's different. And so they also they're starting to investigate this, but they said they're trying to figure out if this letter was mailed, because if it's mail
fraud,
then they have a huge investigation.
Federal offense.
They have a much, much larger investigation that can happen into
electric chair.
And if it came from like a mail,
exactly,
then it's like double.
Biological
it's
mail.
double.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, I get a lot of tickets now. It's because I park wherever I want downtown.
Okay.
And those I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't realize the city tickets that the golf cart people put on your tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't know those were real.
Oh, the squeeze?
Yeah, I thought it was like you should probably pay this to help out the city.
You
see what I'm
want to
saying?
donate to charity?
I don't.
Okay.
So I park wherever I want. I get the ticket, and you ask my wife, it adds up.
Okay.
And
Does it add up
to $800?
But now I have an excuse
Maybe.
though. I can be like, this is fraudulent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at the
fight
date.
it in court.
February 31st.
Be like, come home, babe.
Yeah.
You would never believe what happened. I've been a victim
Of
of a scam.
a scam.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
Well, you
Don't pay
kind of
this.
admitted
No.
that you got a ticket from the city, like at the beginning of that story.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
You just said you had $800
I'm not shaming him. I'm on his team.
Do you
Don't
want to
pay
admit one
it.
of your crimes, Cameron?
Bro, I don't have nothing.
So
What?
nasty.
I haven't had a ticket since I was 17.
What?
You rolled a car over. You didn't get a ticket for that?
You got your
No.
first ticket before you lost your virginity?
Actually, I think
Oh
I was like 20, but yeah, that was my
Which
last
one?
ticket. Okay, next headline. This is actually an update. Mr. Fudge.
Come on, from last week.
Mr. Fudge
Oh.
was a headline from last week. He was basically on house arrest.
Okay.
Okay. And he got in trouble because he kept leaving home. He would call an Uber when his mom was out of the house and go to the grocery store.
He was a
or
grown
restaurant.
man, yeah.
Mr.
He's
Fudge
like-
is a grown man?
He's like 45 years old.
Yeah.
Mr. Fudge. Yeah. Here's a picture of him.
Like the map of
I don't
the
have
map
any.
of Kosovo on his head. You see that?
Go ahead. Describe it. Describe what you're
do you
seeing.
think? Show the live stream again.
Okay.
Use any
Let
words.
them see this fella.
This is Mr. Fudge.
Now, do you think he's a trustworthy guy?
I don't see why
think
you
looks
couldn't.
would determine anything.
He's eaten a
No.
human being before. I guarantee it.
What?
Look at that face.
It's Mr. Fudge. How could you say that about
He
him?
didn't choose his looks.
Well,
Like bad acts didn't make him look like
you can
that.
choose cannibalism.
What? All right. So, anyways, Mr. Fudge. All right. He is having a little issue. He's in jail.
Okay.
Is Fudge a nickname or is it a surname?
I think it's a little bit of a nickname. Yeah.
Lord Fudge.
But everybody calls him Fudge. So,
Yeah.
anyways, him and his mom got in a fight at a Beef O'Brady's.
Come on. Classy
Honestly,
family,
I could
dude.
see looking at that. I could go. That guy fights at a beef.
Yeah.
And
He
so,
definitely
yeah.
fights for beef.
and anyway, so he got in a fight with his mom, Beef O'Brady's. They both have like a no contact order from the
Okay.
court.
That's cool.
Okay. Well, he's in jail. He was trying to secretly call his mom from jail. There's nothing secret about
Just to
making
talk trash.
No, to try to talk her into bailing him
okay.
out of
Okay.
jail.
Okay.
But he has a no contact order. So
Okay.
the people at the jail were basically listening in and then contacted her and like, hey, did you talk to your son Fudge?
Yeah, Fudge Jr.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I would not. I'm not allowed to. And basically they're like, okay, here's an audio recording. And so she admitted to it, but then denied that he was trying to, get the bail or that she was trying to get the money. It's like $1,000.
That's not
but
bad. That's not
anyways,
For the fight over the wings?
I don't know what the fight was over, but
Wings.
I think he assaulted his mother.
bad.
No, I think if you bought like a 30 pack, then it's like they're going at it, and then they get to like wing 15 each.
She goes to grab like the tiebreaker. And he's just like,
yep.
You can't put up with that kind of stuff. Yeah, fudged her.
The interesting thing is, while he was on probation, I told you he got in trouble for like going to restaurants. A neighbor like told on him. This is a quote from the neighbor. Scott or Fudge goes out shopping into restaurants often. Fudge pressures his mom to take him out to eat and to shop.
I can't imagine that.
What kind of neighbor is that? Mind your business.
I know, it's the
Mind
weirdest.
your business.
This is in the villages, dude.
Your family.
So
Wait, Fudge lives in the villages?
Yes.
That guy's terrorizing the retirement
he was
community?
with his mom. I don't know. I mean, he lives in jail now, but
yeah, he beat her up, and now he's been kicked out.
You got to behave in the villages.
Come on,
all right,
man.
our next headline. Let's see.
That guy's rough looking.
Where are we at? I'm sorry, I'm looking for this one real quick.
Here's my favorite part about the Fudge thing. Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
This guy, okay, we only see his face, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And that's perfectly fine. But there's no way he's not 6'5". Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
you got to have a trunk of a body to carry that kind of head. There's no way he's just
I wasn't
like,
guessing height. I was saying he's probably Trey 50.
yeah, easy.
He's a healthy boy.
Yeah.
Is that a healthy boy?
He's stomping through the villages, just terrorizing folk, bro.
Oh God, Beefs. Yeah, Beefs is not a good place.
No.
After that guy's been in there. Our next headline, we have a Florida man.
Okay,
All right, who was at the Navy SEAL Museum
that's cool.
in Fort Pierce,
That's really
Florida.
cool.
Oh,
Okay.
bootlicker.
Yeah, Josh, you've been there.
Yeah.
And so he was there.
I'm kidding.
Jeez. And anyways, he got arrested. This guy was arrested for trying to steal a vest worn by a SEAL Team 6 member from the raid of Osama bin Laden's compound.
Okay. Wow.
That's cool.
So they have a full outfit or uniform with a ballistic vest from one of the guys, one of the SEAL Team 6 members that raided Osama bin Laden's
That's cool.
compound.
That's
It's
cool.
in this museum. This guy, I think he was a contractor, like a worker. I don't know. It doesn't really say what he was doing.
Oh,
but
the
he
dude,
basically, he took the vest down and stuffed it into a toolbox.
Come on.
And tried to walk out with it, and he got stopped. And he, when they questioned him, they were like, "So why do you have the tool or the vest in your toolbox?" And he's like, "Oh, I just really wanted to get a good picture of it, so I was going to take it outside and get a picture of it, and then bring it back in."
That's a solid excuse.
It is like a
he didn't work on it.
yeah,
all.
like I need sunlight for the this
The
deserves
fluorescence
sunlight.
in here?
Terrible light.
Terrible.
Yeah, we have friends who are Navy folks, and they could probably answer this better than I could. But
Right.
I assume that team's not very big, yeah? SEAL Team 6?
Yeah.
So they go in, they kill Osama bin Laden.
Right.
Yep.
And there's probably, 7, 8 members on the team? The bulk of them...
I want to
hold
say
on.
6.
There's 6 of them on the team.
Oh, I thought it was the 6th version.
I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, most
I
of them
really
probably
don't
kept
know.
their shirts. One of them donated it to the museum.
Oh no, I think once you you're done with the mission, they're like, everybody get naked. We got to donate these clothes.
To the
That's
museum.
exactly what happens.
Well,
yeah.
my point being is that best case scenario, the 6 in the museum, they're going to notice one gone. What's
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy thinking? You know what I mean? Like, and where are you going to sell it to?
That's what I was wondering.
he's
What do you
just
do
gonna
with
wear it around on
the
his bare
thing
chest.
is, it says
Easy.
that the outfit's worth $100,000.
I bet it is. He killed Osama bin Laden.
The vest
Well,
alone
the
is
guy?
worth the vest alone is worth $50,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's wild.
Bro, you wear that shirt and you get the strength of a man that killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
wow.
that's-
So why
Okay.
wouldn't you
It's
want
like
that?
a superhero.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Bro,
Cool.
that'd actually be dope.
That'd be super dope. Would you? Let me ask you this:
Yes.
Would
I
you
would.
pay? Would you pay $100K
Oh,
to
okay.
have the strength of a man that killed Osama bin Laden?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
I thought you were going to ask
an
if-
above average male.
I thought you were going to ask
way above
if
average.
I
You
would
know how
steal
strong
the
Osama
vest.
was?
How strong was Osama bin Laden?
I thought we were talking about the guy who killed Osama bin Laden.
In order to kill Osama bin Laden, you got to be stronger than him.
he was in a
That
cave,
makes sense.
though, right?
Huh?
No, anyways.
He was in a cave training like Goku
All right,
for
I have
years.
I have another update
Yeah,
from a different story.
Okay.
All right. Remember the Lars Ulrich toilet?
Oh my
Ulrich?
gosh, yeah.
The
Toilet?
drummer from Metallica.
Yes.
Yep.
He likes it pronounced both ways.
Ulrich?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think the European way is Ulrich.
2022.
So anyways, so remember the toilet?
It was
Yeah.
gross.
It was literally a sculpture, a
Ugh.
toilet that was in a sculpture of the drummer.
Yeah.
I'll put it up for live stream.
nude.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Bottom
I
down.
mean, really, it was. But anyways,
He was Winnie the Poohing, if I'm
Yes.
honest. Yeah.
Yep.
And so this was a headline because it was on eBay. All right. This toilet was on eBay. I think it was like $5,600 or something like that.
That's pretty pricey for a toilet.
Bargain.
It is pretty expensive. I think it's a bargain for what this is.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at that.
You can look at it again.
I don't want to look at that anymore.
So anyways, now it is going to Denmark to be in a Ripley's Believe It or Not in
That's
Copenhagen.
what I'm talking about.
And so basically Ripley's Believe It or Not, their headquarters is in Orlando, by the way.
Really?
They have like dozens of museums, but this one is going to Denmark. That's what the article says. I don't know.
I mean, how close can you put them, you know?
You have to space them out.
Yeah.
You have to space them out.
You can only see
what they say about Ripley's.
so many drummer toilets. But anyways, so it's going to Copenhagen. The guy, the drummer's from Denmark. So anyways, they, I don't know. Send it overseas.
No, that's cool. That's the thing about it, dude. Is like, this guy handcrafted a toilet.
It is. It really is
out
impressive.
of his favorite drummer. I mean, how often can someone say that?
I think the idea is more impressive than like the execution.
Didn't this guy make a guitar out of his pop?
Yes, thank you.
Pop's rib.
So this is the same artist that made a guitar out of his uncle's bones.
Yeah, his
uncle's skeleton.
What a tough guy, dude.
That's the same artist.
You get this guy the vest of Osama bin Laden, it's unstoppable.
Oh, bro, he really is. You got to make a skeleton out of everybody.
Hey, fellas.
Joshua.
Hello, Josh.
Wayne must mention something about the Japanese,
Yeah,
how they're just a loving culture.
that's right.
And the opposite of that would be nasty.
Nasty culture.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And Cam had a nasty interaction that he remembered. And I was like, don't tell me now.
Right.
I don't want to talk to you this week.
Well, we were talking about sports the other day,
yeah. And you're
That's
like,
right.
Pele wasn't the best soccer player.
and I stand by that.
Yeah. And then I was like, that's a nasty thing. And then he's like, that reminds me of a nasty story I need to tell.
Exactly.
But
So
I said, don't tell me now.
you want me to tell you now?
Now tell me now.
Okay.
But don't tell me now.
3
Yesterday
days
on the
ago.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a roommate. Okay.
Come on.
Now, we got into this because
Wait, we're telling nasty
it's just-
stories?
nasty stories.
FSU, the third story.
Yes. So I had a roommate who was an athlete. Okay.
Okay.
And so he was a tennis player.
I
and
love tennis.
basically, here's my issue and what was so nasty. It wasn't about culture.
Okay.
It was just he was nasty
As an
Nasty.
individual.
as an individual.
There's nasty
So,
people on this planet.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He would go to tennis practice
Fun.
or a game, I don't know, match, whatever.
They do.
He was playing, he was lobbing balls, he was hitting balls, whatever he was doing.
Sure.
He would come home, okay, back to the apartment, and just drenched in sweat.
Come
Tennis
on.
does
Just
that.
absolutely drenched, super sweaty,
He's pretty fit.
go right to bed.
Oh.
Oh.
Like literally
What?
lay straight in bed after, like cover up in sheets
God, what a pervert.
after
dude. It's
being
so nasty.
completely like soaked and drenched in sweat. And the worst part is, I don't know if this was a cultural thing or not, but he
Careful.
I know.
Careful.
I'm not mentioning anything besides the fact
He's
that
a druid.
he refused to wear deodorant.
Oh.
So you have an athlete who is constantly practicing, working out.
You said refused.
He would not wear deodorant.
So it's like a religious thing.
I don't know, but he also didn't take showers.
It could have been a
So
personal choice.
The
have to be
smell,
Okay.
the smell of that room was just absolutely.
What would you
awful.
describe it to?
Have you ever smelled somebody that played tennis for 3 hours?
Uh-huh.
Didn't take a bath
Yeah.
for a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you've experienced
Burned
that.
your sinuses.
And then never washed like their clothes or
Come
their
on.
sheets
Or their entire mattress
or themselves. So
What?
I was able to get him kicked out.
Good.
on smell alone.
Yes, dude, it stunk so
You
bad.
can't be educated, bro, if you're stinking like that.
That was my
Yeah.
argument. Listen,
Okay. He's not educated.
no, my philosophy studies were really like going down the hill, and I was
Right.
like, listen, professor, my
Professor,
nose,
Professor Philosophy.
Professor philosophy,
Yeah.
my nose just hurts so bad I can't think.
Yeah. No, a lot of the, yeah. That, I get it.
So, anyways,
So they
when we
booed
were
him.
talking about sports the other day, that was how it came up. I'm like, dude, I knew this
Isn't that-
tennis player.
Yeah. Isn't that a prereq though? I thought like hygiene was like a prereq for
It
getting
is.
into college.
It was for being my roommate.
Dude,
for
my
sure.
thing is this, dude. Like, it's one thing to smell and to not bathe, after working out, but to go right in bed, get under the sheets
It's
like
disgusting.
that, dude. That is
and then
the
not wash your
weirdest.
sheets. Not wash your
Bro,
sheets.
come on.
Not wash your clothes. You know what? Okay, have you ever worked out at the gym, put your
Never.
clothes in a bag, like you change,
Nope.
put your workout clothes in there, and not open them up for like 3 weeks, and then I mean, that would be the smell.
That's why I stopped working out.
Yeah,
The
my
smell
workout
of
clothes
his
get
room.
one wear, and then I'm like, I'm not doing that ever again.
once every 3 years.
So was it? Man, here's the thing. I this segment's probably because we're telling nasty stories. It's gonna
Nasty.
get gross. So
And
if
it's
you're
personal.
listening, and it just makes you upset, just skip ahead. But let me tell you, there's no way I could have put
gross.
up with that, man. I'm with you. There's something about like just people being
It's disrespectful.
it's disrespectful. It is,
Stinky.
man. Like
Yeah.
if you got roommates, you got to be a good roommate.
Absolutely.
And that means you got one choice to make. You either be athletic and take a shower, or if you don't want to take a shower and wear deodorant, just don't be athletic. You see what I'm saying? Study something.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I think that take the shower
Is
is
thing.
the king. I think
It
no
should
matter
still
what,
be
you should
thing.
take a shower.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. But do you want to say their name?
No.
Okay.
No,
I got
Tennis McGee.
Tim's McGee. I got something. Now this person smelled good. I
you
will
got a
say
nasty story,
this. I got a nasty story.
nasty person, or
This
nasty
person-
interaction.
No, I think they were a good person
Oh, that's good.
in their heart. But they had some nasty tendencies. And they went to the church that I went to growing up,
Okay.
and they sat a couple rows in front of us. They were pretty good people.
Okay,
And this person had a reputation of if there was like a scab on their body.
okay. Whoa.
Can we skip you?
Yeah.
This
We
is a
can
nasty
skip him.
stories. I was told to bring a
Ugh.
nasty story, and now you guys are judging me
that
just
for
don't-
following the
it didn't
assignment.
have to be body.
He told his dirty pervert story. Why can't I tell mine
I mean,
about the?
I just saw Titani. And
Okay,
it's
this
got some
person
body
would sit
stuff.
in church of all places, and they would pick
No,
the dead skin off, and they would eyeball it
come
for a
on.
second. Listen,
Eyeball it.
Can't
What does
listen.
that mean?
They would eyeball it for a second.
what is no?
And then they
No,
would.
don't you dare! You can't say this during my segment.
You told me something
They
nasty.
would not nibble on it.
No, I didn't say find a way for people to skip my segment.
Well, let me tell you something. I read later on the Google that that's a disorder. Something's wrong with that person. So it's not like I'm not
You
not
had to
poking
read
fun.
that?
Yeah, why? Okay, someone behaves in a way.
Well,
like
he blamed
that.
on the devil. First things first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you can't go so many weeks at the altar call and they didn't move.
Well, they were eating their own sins.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But let me tell you, we kept scooting further and further back.
Sure, for
because
sure.
we didn't want to be near that kind of behavior,
Well,
and
my
eventually
stomach
we just
hurts.
left the church. So that's why, we
It's like
backslid.
recycling, though, right?
I mean, my person was so nasty, I backslid. His person was so nasty, he just hurt his nose. Big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
his
my
is much
stomach
worse.
hurts, dude.
Come on. I'm following the rules. You told me to bring a nasty
I
story.
didn't think it would be like that.
Yeah, that
And now you boys are
disgusting.
being nasty for judging me.
I don't know. Did they? Were they like afterwards? Were they like, I don't want to go to lunch. I'm good. I'm just curious. Though.
Like, I'm bloated.
I'm
So they
bloated.
ate scabs?
Their own scabs and their defense.
Okay,
Yeah.
Josh, go ahead.
And then people that would fill union jobs, they ate them too. So it was weird.
Oh, gross. I don't want to talk about blue collar
That's a scab
Democrats.
joke. You'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I said I put this out there after his nasty thing.
Yeah. You text the group chat, said, bring a nasty story.
Yeah, because I was remembering I had an interaction with a nasty girl. So
It's a family friendly show.
yeah, no, and
you said that really weird.
it's because the story is really weird, but it'll sound like it's going the nasty direction that you two guys want it to go.
Losing sponsors in 3, 2.
But it's closer to Cam's. It doesn't have to do anything with body horror.
Okay, I didn't know.
So
Ugh.
this timeline is kind of like after I divorced Wayne's sister.
Okay, perfect.
That's fine.
I was looking for
The golden years.
Yeah, the golden years. Something completely different.
Right.
I'm talking like nasty,
Okay. Oh.
like Bridgerton season 1.
Wait, what?
English.
Yeah, maybe Icelandic, maybe hella goth. You know, just the opposite.
I see what you're saying.
Flip the coin.
Not a single Icelandic person in Bridgerton season 1.
No, I know. I was saying that opposite your sister
I
would
see what
be
you're
an
saying.
Icelandic,
True.
Bridgerton, hella goth.
You're right about that.
Yeah. So I go on the websites that girls are on.
Yeah.
Tinder. I don't want to put a sponsor out there.
Okay, yeah.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And I find this like, oh God, girl. And like one of her pictures says like nasty girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like stinky girl.
No, it's just nasty, but it's written like pink, like high,
Like
neon.
cursive. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Like
I'm
a heart
okay.
on both sides.
Yeah, I'm like classy but nasty.
She found a
I
different
see.
font.
Classy but nasty was my screen name
Yeah,
in middle school.
that's what threw me off when I saw
Right.
it. I was like, "What
Is this Wayne?
Yeah, is this Wayne?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, phew, it's not." So we like flirt message, right? And
No,
then-
what? No, hold on. I'm sorry. What does that entail?
I'm not going to tell you my pickup lines.
Would you
Right.
flirt message somebody?
I learned it from the pickup artist
Sorry. Okay.
book where you peacock. I wear a big hat, and then girls go, "What's that all about?" And then I tell them,
Yeah. Okay. So classy, nasty girl.
Okay.
You guys are flirting in the
yeah,
DMs.
yeah.
Yeah, you're messaging her.
"Yeah, we do, phone call. We do phone flirt."
Oh, really?
too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Phone flirts. It's
And
getting pretty
then
serious.
a couple weeks later, she comes over.
Okay.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm dying to go. What's that nasty thing about? You know?
Your bio said you were nasty.
Nasty. But I play it cool. But it gets late and I bring up profiles.
Come on.
Mhm.
You saw my profile. I
Right.
saw yours.
Dog lover, handsome.
Yeah. I
Right,
go,
right.
what'd you like about mine?
Right.
And she said dog pics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She
Right.
thought it was funny that I put illiterate.
Come on. Right.
You talk
She
about
didn't know any better.
the hook.
Right.
Right,
You
yeah.
put
Come on.
illiterate
It's not
in
your fault.
profile. And she goes, what'd you like about mine? And I'm like, oh, is that Edgar Allan Poe tattoo? That was cool. That you like brown sugar Pop-Tarts?
Come on.
Oh,
Thank you.
First
Yeah.
red flag.
best,
First
dude.
red flag.
Was it?
what?
Yeah.
You say,
Yeah.
if you say
Come on,
strawberry,
bro. I mean, I wouldn't put it in a bio, but
you would. That's why. Yeah.
I mean, but that's the best Pop Tart.
It's
It is
not.
brown
It's
sugar.
it's not. But back to nasty.
Go ahead.
Oof. And I'm like, and then you had that like, I don't know, that nasty girl.
Right. Just settle.
What's that
Settle,
all
like.
about?
Yeah. I'm like, and she goes, oh yeah, that's because I'm a nasty girl.
Yeah.
I'm so
She's like-
scared.
She's like, that's just what people have told me. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay. How are you so?
Yeah. How,
Yeah,
What did
so-
people
You wanna
say?
show me how nasty you
Expand.
are?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I
Right.
wasn't going to just lead in. I'm
Right.
not
Right.
that
But
bold.
sometimes you got to man up.
And she said, I can't. I'm just too embarrassed. It's too
Wow.
early. And I'm like, just give me one example.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And then I'll tell you how
If it's nasty. or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. And I'll tell you how nasty I am. Right. So she goes,
I've never been more nervous.
I know.
And it's like, I just want to say this.
shaking.
Yeah.
so the first thing she's like, so like, I don't know, like I only eat stale bread.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she
That's
goes,
pretty gross.
yeah. Oh, I go, that's weird, right? And she goes, I buy it new,
Mm-hmm.
crack the seal a little bit. I wait a week,
Oh.
wait till it stales.
She's nasty girl, dude.
Right?
Nasty girl.
And she goes, then I make my sandwiches. And
Oh.
I like to bite them. It makes my teeth feel strong.
Like a crouton?
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm grossed out, but I feel better.
I don't feel better at all.
And no, I feel safer now.
I'm like, that's really not nasty.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
nasty behavior.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I'm like, but like, tell me
2020. Yeah, we don't kink shame.
Tell me another one.
Right.
Right. And she goes, no, I mean, I don't know. I've never washed the bottom of my feet.
Oh,
What?
What?
That one kind of, yeah. She said,
What
I
kind of
hate,
Kmart behavior
I
is
mean,
that?
honestly, though, if you stand in a shower, it's washing the
Well-
bottom of your feet.
she said, I hate when water pools around me.
Okay.
So she has a step stool in the shower.
So she's avoiding it.
Yeah, she hates it.
Like actively
like
avoiding it.
rabies. Because you avoid
Well,
the water. If
She's
you've been-
underwater, dude.
guess
What are you
so.
talking about?
I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. My bad.
She said, but she said she can't stand on the stool with one foot because then she may fall over.
Right.
So she's never technically
nasty
washed
girl.
the
What a
bottom of
nasty
her
girl.
feet.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of odd. That's not really nasty.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Seems like
still-
a phobia.
You're
really.
like, get to the good
Get to
stuff.
the goods.
right.
And she goes, well, I get nasty in other
Okay.
ways. I'm like how? Tell me the nasty.
Hey, were you whispering that like that too?
Of course I
Yeah.
was. You hear that voice?
Well, you couldn't say it real like
I'm
super
falling
confidently.
for it. I'm pouring sweat over here.
So she goes, I don't know. Like, I'm like, when's the last time someone said you're nasty? And she said, I don't. One thing like I really enjoy. She's like, I live by a funeral home. And she said, like, sometimes like when I see like a procession starting up, I'll go for a jog, and like I wear my I'm with stupid t-shirt and I run by the hearse. And I'm like, what the? that's kind of like, that seems mean though, not like nasty.
It's so nasty,
Not nasty,
bro.
like
She's
nasty.
what a
That's
nasty
disgusting.
girl.
Yeah, she said she finds joy in cutting them off.
Okay. That's nasty,
Throwing it-
girl.
that is nasty.
Like
Nasty
she's gonna use a
behavior.
crosswalk before the
Yeah.
hearse can go by.
Come
I'm
on.
with stupid.
That's
Yeah.
nasty.
That's
You
nasty
don't know how that person
behavior.
passed.
I'm glad you didn't bring her around.
No. So I'm like, okay, let me get to this the
Okay.
nugget here,
Right.
Yeah.
the good nugget. Maybe I can find like something real nasty. She's like, I don't want you to get the wrong idea of me.
Right.
I'm nasty.
Yeah. Well, you put it in your bio, babe. You know.
Yeah, you put it with the pics and the
Right.
cursive.
Right. Come on.
We're gonna need a nasty count on
Thank
this
you.
video.
Yeah,
like
that's
how many
fine.
times Josh says nasty.
So I go, okay, last one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
And she goes, okay, well, like last weekend, right?
Right.
She said, I was at the park. It was my niece's birthday.
Yeah.
And like this ice cream truck showed up. She's like, so I did the right thing. It's not a nasty thing, but I don't want you to think wrong of me because all those nasty things.
Right.
Like this is how like sweet I am. I'm like, okay. So ice cream truck shows up.
Right.
And she goes, so I go up to the ice cream truck and I gave him $50, you know? And she,
Pay it
and I'm-
forward.
And I'm like, cool. Like you bought ice cream for everybody? She's like, no, it's really loud. I paid him to leave.
That's nasty behavior.
I don't know. Honestly,
That's
you think they would make more than $50 on ice cream?
Well, she said she
In my
buzzed the
neighborhood,
line.
they
Like
would.
all the kids that were waiting for ice cream.
There was a
got a lot of
And
little
she's like-
fatties running around here.
She's like, here's $50. Get out of here.
Really?
Honestly, I'm with her on that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, that music's loud.
That's
You're
nasty.
such a dairy Nazi, dude. I want her to be. No, this girl. I'm glad you never brought her around.
Yeah.
She does sound pretty nasty, though.
She's very nasty.
Very
Filthy.
nasty girl.
I don't know. She doesn't sound too bad.
The story that we're covering tonight has been sent in quite a bit over the last 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
He
chose
really-
not to do it.
He keeps them secret.
That's
Yeah,
right. I
what's
did. So when our research team is combing through submissions, the one thing that they look for the most is repetition.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
So
wow.
they basically, we do cover a lot of legends and lore on the show. And occasionally we'll cover a story that was only sent in like once and it's unique to like an individual family history or something like that. But the vast majority of the time, we want something that's been verified from multiple angles.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if a story's been
Ideally.
sent in, quite a bit, the more likely it's going to be covered.
Yeah, we don't want just some grandma telling some wives'
telling
tale.
whispery
Who hooked a
tales.
great
You know what I
light.
mean? Right.
Yeah.
Come on. We don't
Nobody
believe you,
cares
Granny.
about your grandma.
No one cares about your grandma. So, for example, we don't necessarily need footprints in the mud for us to share the story of Skunk Ape.
Yes, that's true.
What we do like, however, is for multiple people to send in similar instances.
Right.
And
And
we
we
all know
tell
that-
us the delicate food that they like to eat.
Come on.
The delicate lima bean.
Yeah, right. That was something when we covered Skunk Ape, we learned.
I'm just
that,
saying
No,
that
that
when
was
we
like
started learning that,
an
it's like
obscure
that story
reference.
worth.
Right, it is story worth. Right. So, what really helps us flesh out the story is multiple folks sending in multiple angles about the same
Okay.
instance. So, with tonight's story, there's literally been dozens upon dozens of requests for us to shed some light on this tale. So, we're going to do it finally, and it takes place right here in good old Polk County.
Oh, no, this could be anything.
Good old Polk County legend.
That's no good.
I know, it's scary a little bit. It's where we're from. It's where Grady Judd is king. And up until about 40 years ago, everything was orange groves, basically.
Yeah.
But at the turn of the
Sad.
century, 120 years ago, people were flocking to Polk County in record numbers.
Yep. Still are.
Yeah. Oh, they still
Still
yeah.
are, baby. It's a good place to be. The land was too dry and dusty for traditional farming,
Right.
but the citrus industry was really taking off.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Booming.
It
Really
was.
growing.
And so one city in particular really benefited from this wave of pioneers, and it was the city of Frostproof.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, barely a city, but
Well, it was in a movie, John Cusack movie called Identity, so it's kind of a city.
okay.
It's kind of a big
I'm
deal.
sorry I hurt your feelings.
Well, you hurt the whole city of Frostproof's
Yeah,
feelings
thank
because we spoke briefly about this town actually early on in our show, and it was because it was the only town when the big freeze came through Florida.
Right.
It was the only town where the citrus trees survived.
Well, they're
They
frost proof.
That's how it got the name
Wow,
Frostproof.
this guy. He puts it together finally.
Yeah. mystery solver, old gumshoe. So the small town in Polk County had developed a reputation as a place that was safe to settle if you were moving to Florida during the pioneering years. So like if you want to have a successful crop, then it was like, oh, well, let's go to the place where it's in the namesake.
Right.
Like
it's not safe if you go to Frostproof.
100%. Like
so
it's a good place to be.
We're just advertising back
100%. That's true.
Pretty City. That's where
Pretty City, Florida.
Yeah.
It's got so beautiful.
Yeah.
So what's interesting about this time period is that a lot of people believed that the influx of people living in the area actually woke something up in one of Polk County's deepest bodies of water, Lake Clinch.
That is so like people that have moved in to say, oh, the new people,
you woke something up.
Yeah, they're the problem.
Well, they believe that something was awoken in the body of water called Lake Clinch. Lake Clinch is one of Polk County's deepest bodies of water. To put it in perspective, the largest lake in Central Florida is Lake Kissimmee, and Lake Clinch is 5 times deeper. Okay. And a lot of folks believe it to be deep bottomless.
Lake. Okay,
very deep lake.
Bottomless.
Come on.
How so?
Yeah, well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks are showing up here. Supposedly something was woken up in this lake. So imagine you're a pioneering family.
Right.
You decide to move to Central Florida, and you're going to homestead, start your own crop of citrus.
Yep.
And you find this town that's literally called Frostproof, where you can guarantee a successful harvest. Right.
My oranges are going to be great.
They're going to be great, successful. But then you move in, and you basically take your family across country on this like reverse Oregon Trail, and then you get there, and everybody's like, "Hey, you woke up something in the lake. Like there's a monster in the lake, and you woke it up. It's because it's overcrowded now. It's overpopulated, and now there's
that on me.
Well, they don't
put
want
that
them,
on me.
They don't want them there.
Right. I think that's the way to scare away new folks.
Right.
But these folks really believed it. They were passionate about it.
That's not going to get me to move out.
No, it takes a lot more than that.
I'm scared of a monster.
Yeah, I'm not scared of no monster. But it's exactly what the people of Frostproof experienced in the early 1900s. Folks reported seeing giant ripples in the water. There were rowboats that had been capsized and broken in half. And there were multiple day laborers who had mysteriously gone missing near the lake.
And easy. Don't go near the lake.
Problem solved. Story over.
Wow. Okay.
Stay away from the lake.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Find another lake.
But multiple families claim to have seen what they could only describe as a sea serpent that was longer than 3 horses and buggies.
Yeah. Longer than what now?
3 horse and buggies.
Okay. Well, let me put that.
Approximately 30 feet.
It's like 2 buses, probably.
A sea serpent longer than 2 buses.
A bus and a half, I would think.
Yeah.
About a bus and a half.
Can you put in something more relevant?
Yeah.
Like how many Pop-Tarts?
About 43 Pop-Tarts.
That's a big sea serpent. Bro, I'm terrified.
God, no.
Holy crap. So here's the thing. You have all these sightings and strange occurrences near Lake Clinch, but none of these encounters compare to the story about a man named Charles Mallet. And I'm going to read a passage here. This is a historical documentation about Charles Mallet and what he experienced. And I want to read this verbatim because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to leave anything out.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
So here's the tale of Charles Mallet. On the night of August 30th, 1926, 49-year-old Charles Mallet stepped out of his simple Florida home wearing a bathing suit and carrying a tackle box.
Okay, I feel like he's headed towards the lake.
He's got some cash. He's got his own bathing suit back then.
Here we go.
What?
Well, let me read the next paragraph to you.
Okay.
Charles was a businessman,
Boom,
the
baby.
founder of the Frostproof Bank, and
he rich.
a partner in the prosperous fertilizer industry that served the entirety of Polk County.
And the owner of bathing suits by
Frank. Yeah, his friend. So he was a practical man, so the stories about a giant serpent waking up from its slumber in the lake near his home did not worry him.
No.
And to prove it, he decided to swim in this legendary monster's domain.
Now, what was rule number 1?
Don't get in the water.
Don't get in the
avoid the lake.
Yep.
Yep. Number 2, don't be a pervert.
Yep.
Right.
I don't,
So
that wasn't
I think
spoken.
it's
Was that posted?
It's undiscussed.
it was
but
posted,
I mean,
in Frostproof at the time. So before going in the water, Charles had told several associates that he would be leaving for Sarasota the next day.
Okay.
And would be out of town for about a week.
Ah, okay, nice.
On the way to the lake, he stopped long enough to wave to a neighbor, and then he made his way down to the dock. And so basically he had a boat down at the pier, and he would go down there and frequently fish for largemouth bass.
Right.
But this was Florida's monsoon season, and there had been heavy rain that afternoon. And so he gets into his boat, and he heads out into the middle of Lake Clinch.
So he wants to swim like deep end.
He wants to prove there's no monster in this lake. That's what he's saying here. 3 days later, on Thursday morning, a different fella by the name of Jeff Morey cast a fishing net into Lake Clinch from the eastern shore. And while reeling it in, he snagged something big, a human body.
A banker, probably.
You know how excited you have to be, like feeling it?
That's a big fish.
We're going to eat tonight, everybody.
Oh, jeez.
It's a human being.
Yeah.
So the features were so mangled.
Yeah.
Oh.
That given the condition, it might have remained unidentified except for a ring on the corpse's finger. The name faintly engraved on the inside of the band was Charles Mallet.
Okay.
Oof.
So to confirm the identity, police were dispatched to Charles' home to confirm that he had never left for his trip to Sarasota, which they found to be true. The district coroner examined Charles Mallet's body and determined that not only was he pulled apart while still alive,
Hold on.
but that his blood had large amounts of venom in it.
Ew.
The closest thing on record in comparison was the venom of water moccasins.
The dude loved the sauce, though. Was it like a new
kind of whiskey or something like that?
Like the pickle stuff that you made us try.
Here's the thing: this guy
Frank's on the poison
this guy
again.
goes into the water to like swim and prove there's no monster that's been awoken here at the turn of the century.
Yep.
And they find him 3 days later, pulled apart while still alive, with tons of venom in his blood. And there's no positive ID on the venom. They said it's close to water moccasin, but
Mystery
it's
venom.
Mystery venom, right?
Okay, cool.
So all of this was recorded by a man named Martin Hetherington in his research
That's what
for
I'm
a
talking
book
about.
that he wrote in 1928 called A History of Polk County.
I'm sorry. Your name's Hetherington?
It's an author.
I'm reading whatever.
That's an author.
Yeah. So classy.
So basically, Martin writes this book called A History of Polk County in 1928. And he wrote this portion in there about the disappearance of Charles Mallet and this lake monster. And what's fascinating about this is that Martin Hetherington was skeptical about all things legends and lore. So he was actually here in Polk County to talk about like normal stuff, the cities, the pioneers.
Yeah, he didn't go down the path just to
He's
write
not
this-
hunting monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about citrus, but then he gets here
and
everybody's talking about it.
Of course.
And so he has
ignore
to
it.
investigate. And so here's the thing. Upon further investigation, Martin Hetherington discovered that these stories actually went back hundreds of years to some of the First Nation tribes who called Central Florida home.
Okay. Yeah.
So they believed, the First Nation tribes, they believed that a giant snake-like creature
Don't like that.
lived in Lake Clinch, and they actually protected the monster at all cost. It was considered a deity. And if anyone ever tried to hunt the creature, they would be executed.
Jeez.
Well, that's a good penalty.
Well, I mean, what was rule number 1?
Don't be a
don't go
pervert.
swimming,
Yeah, don't go towards the lake.
Right.
and then don't be a pervert,
Right.
and then don't hunt.
And
the
then rule
monster.
number 3, don't hunt the monster.
Yep.
The First Nation folks, Martin claims in his writing that the men and women who committed the crimes against this creature were actually taken out into the middle of Lake Clinch and sacrificed.
Wow.
They would dump it into the water.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it wasn't just First
So
Nation.
nasty.
It's so nasty behavior. It wasn't just First Nation tribes who wrote about the monster. In 1885, the journal of a mother whose family moved to Polk County was discovered, and in it she detailed the afternoon that she and her husband witnessed this. And this is a quote from her journal.
Here we
She
go.
said, "A 30-foot-long scaly creature, green, black, and yellow in color, rose out of the center of the lake. It possessed no head, but it had the body of 1,000 moving snakes."
What?
Okay. Wow. I like it.
The body of
Or 43
1,000
Pop Tarts.
Right.
She said.
Okay, that 1,000 moving snakes, no head.
Right.
Okay, so I figured, all right, it looked like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Kinda
Right.
like the same kind of
Yeah.
description a sea serpent looks everywhere.
Right.
Okay.
That's bizarre.
I
You
know.
think it was like 1,000 snakes like stuck in like a pantyhose?
Well, you're getting somewhere.
What?
What's interesting about this journal entry is that neither Martin Hetherington nor the First Nation tribes of Florida would have had the scientific understanding to discern what they were actually seeing.
No.
Okay.
I don't think,
Present-day biologists believe that what people were actually witnessing in Lake Clinch and Frostproof was actually a behavior practiced by anacondas in South America called breeding balls.
Gross.
Yes.
Wasn't that on the calendar?
Yep.
Oh, aren't we supposed to do that? In
Yeah.
like 6 months?
Yeah. I haven't experienced that since middle school, but during this process, during the process of breeding balls, hundreds or sometimes thousands of snakes
That's
would
gross.
bundle together and move as one semi-solid
No,
mass.
I hate it.
That's
You're telling
terrifying.
me bank guy just took a dive into a breeding ball?
Usually,
Bro, I would rather go up against a sea serpent.
Yeah.
dude, listen to this. Usually, this anomaly is caused by weather patterns or the sudden increase in activity near their nesting grounds.
Oh my god!
Which means
The
the
new
people were right.
Oh my
All the people who were
gosh.
migrating to Florida were
Wow.
stirring up the nesting grounds of thousands of water moccasins.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Which would explain why the increased population around Lake Clinch and would lead to like this snake bundling behavior.
Okay.
They would have given the appearance of one giant creature and
Yep.
could have been responsible for the venom found inside the body of Charles Mallet. Here's the thing: what it doesn't explain,
How do they get torn apart?
that's going to say. So modern scientists don't know how to explain how folks were being torn apart by the creature. So that leads us to the age-old question: is it a sea monster or is it a breeding ball full of snakes?
Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
well-
Darwin wrote that, and I was like,
Right.
how's that even relevant?
you get a breeding ball.
Right.
Okay, they attack them.
Come on.
Hiss, bite them. All right, they're full of venom.
They don't hiss.
What are they doing? They're
okay?
just floating there.
Come on.
And then
they're
Larry,
waiting to pull you
Larry the
apart.
alligator comes up and he's like, "Easy meal,
No,
chomp
don't
chomp."
give the glory to the alligator.
What
But
do you mean?
You know what the thing about it is, man, is it's one of those things where, scientists describe this phenomena that happened as an anomaly. But what's
Right.
interesting
Not
to me
alligator bites.
is it's literally a ball of snakes ripping people apart. But what's crazy about it is, why are all these anomalies happening in Central Florida?
Oh,
Like, every time there's like an anomaly on our
patterns.
show,
monsoon
it's like
season.
it's one of those things where people are like, oh well, it's not going to happen ever again. It only happened once in a blue moon, and
Now, is this ball still present?
here's the thing. What's interesting about it is the rumors about the monsters in Lake Clinch are still prevalent. People still claim
Really?
that they
Yeah.
see the rippling waters
course, yeah. I'm
and the
not going
moving
into
I
body.
mean, I've seen not a ball of
Here
snakes,
it
but
goes.
when the water gets cold, I have seen like 10 to 20 snakes huddle up together on
Okay.
one little post.
Oh, little
Imagine
buds.
thousands of these.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah.
can't even, because that was back when I was skiing professionally.
Oh,
Right.
what?
Come on.
And they're like, you got to
You
get
had
in
to
the
hop
water.
over it?
No, you got to get in the
For a
water right
challenge?
next to it. And I was
but
like,
okay,
I
that
quit.
That brings me to my next point. Do you remember a couple of years ago, a man passed away in Lake Hollingsworth in our hometown because of snakes? He was skiing, went off the dock, and got eaten alive by snakes.
Or one big snake?
No, it was. I mean, he was poisoned. Yeah, they found him in Lake
What?
Hollingsworth. Yes, that's a real thing.
That brings me to my next point.
Stay away from the lakes.
Cam, your mom mentioned that she had put you out, skiing,
Okay.
and then like you drew a crowd,
Uh-huh.
and the crowd later came up and said, "Oh yeah, because alligators are mating. Nobody's supposed to be in the water."
Yeah. Honestly, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. She told
Danger
me.
boy.
Yeah,
I just thought everybody was booing, but
yeah. They're like, no,
no, it was just the
it was
alligators.
bad jumping. Did you do ramps and stuff?
I did.
Episode 175. 175. We did
Yeah.
it, fellas.
Okay, so we did snake ball,
Come on.
nasty girls,
Great
Yeah.
balls of snakes. Nasty
and then
girls.
whatever Cam talked about.
I don't remember.
Sounds like a good episode.
We talked a lot about Pop-Tarts, but I think that was on live stream.
Speaking
know.
of live stream,
Yeah.
patreon.com/FMOFM podcast.
Do you
We're
like
live streaming
Pop Tart Talk?
right now.
Join
If-
us on Patreon.
If you're into Pop-Tart talk, let me tell you, it is where it's at on our
Yeah.
live stream. Social media, from Often Podcast. You can find us anywhere. We love you. We appreciate you listening.
yes,
Listen, here's to the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. We
See
love
you.
you all.
yeah, see you there.
Cheers.
See ya.
Cheers.